attention is not on the experience of sight, smell, sound, sensations, because this experience is bound to change. Sights that are being seen, feelings that are being felt, preference of one experience and resistance to the other also may appear and disappear. And the secret to constant happiness is not associating with these changing experiences of and through the senses. Being very interested in the sense of aliveness and realness that either being bring to these lifeless experiences. That is why Baba calls them dead ants. They're lifeless. Every thought, every feeling, every emotion is lifeless. Dead ants. But it's possible to see it as lifeless only in the company of the Father. Only then can the being can. One whose constant happiness itself transcend the conditional happiness of the mind-made idea of the self. No past scenes, no past actions, no past memories. No past story has any existence in this moment. If it's at all feeling real, it's because unconsciously or out of habit, attention and sense of aliveness appears to be coming from something which is dead. This is why power to discern to know I am that realness that gives life to any experience. Let's say 1 year ago, There was an experience of body at that time also. There was an experience of sight, sound, taste, smell, thoughts, emotions. And that experience felt like I am that experience. Although nature of it was very different. And today, in this moment, still there is an experience of sense of seeing, the experience of sight. There is an experience of taste, smell, touch, thoughts, emotions, but completely different. And it feels like me. I only with Baba I can see that I is that one that was the same a year ago, that has not changed, and that I is still me, that has not changed at all. It was just misplaced I that created this dream state. And I started associating myself with the changeful experiences. But when I'm with Baba, now I can see that's why Baba is here, to help me, the soul, disassociate with everything that changes. I cannot be anything that I can see, I can know, because that which I can see and I can know has no existence without this being that I am. And truth doesn't depend on anything for its existence. And this is what Baba has come to show the soul. to exist forever, independently.
Om Shanti.
So, okay, Baba's Murli. Excuse me, you may find me muting once in a while. Okay. So keep
That's
your...
okay.
Okay, thank you.
Om Shanti, Didi.
Om Shanti. Can't see. Just take... Yeah. Om Shanti. So keep your companion with you. Be seated on the throne of equals observer and remain happy. Today, Baba, the world benefactor, is happy to see the souls from all over the world. Lines of love and cooperation are visible on the faces of his soul's children. Bab Dada is hearing the song, My Baba, emerging from the heart of each soul. So he's not listening to other songs. He's just listening to the song of the heart of the soul. He's not interested in other songs that are going on in the mind. Yeah. Each child is very, very dear and very much loved. Why? Why, child? It's because you are the few out of multi-millions and the handful out of the few. That makes you beloved, does it not? Bab Dada is happy to see the beloved children. He constantly sees the souls dancing in happiness and wishes to see them dancing constantly, sada. You do remain happy, but the Father wishes to see you in this state constantly. Do you remain constantly happy? Or does your happiness fluctuate? Is it that sometimes you have a lot of happiness, sometimes a little less, and sometimes very little? It's like when, if as a person you have a preference for the weather, mind may have a preference for the outside weather, right? Like when there's a cloudy day, sometimes it's said, oh, the day is so ugly today. Yeah. Or when it's a rainy day, sometimes it's said, it's such an ugly day today, right? There's some kind of a moment, there's a preference for the weather outside also. What is ugly about the clouds? What is ugly about the rain?
Nothing.
Nothing. Now, something very similar at a subtler level. My mind may have a cloudy day, or my mind may have a rainy day, or a snowy day, or my mind may have a stormy day. What's wrong with the clouds, the rain, the snow, the storm? What's wrong with it? Nothing. It's just the weather of the mind. So, where is the reason to fluctuate? Who has the reason to fluctuate? It's just that the rainy day does not like the sunny day of the mind. Yeah, and the sunny day of the mind prefers no cloud. That is all there is. It's just mind is minding the mind. If you can really know yourself as that silent observer who's observing all the different weathers of all the different weathers of the mind and how each weather is minding the other weather, you are really in a state of constant happiness. Yeah? And that is all Baba is saying. So Bab Dada also told you earlier that at present, you, the soul, has to serve the world in such a way that with your face, with your eyes, and with a few words, you are able to remove the sorrow of every soul and give them happiness. Now, who can really give happiness? One who's himself not taking sorrow from the weather of his own mind.
One who himself is in their own
Yeah.
intoxication or happiness
Yeah.
and needs nothing from outside.
And the mind to be in a certain position or in a certain way, it has to be, then I can be happy. No. I just enjoy every weather with Baba. Internally, externally, and physically, whatever the body may be in whatever condition, mind may be in whatever condition, outside conditions may be whatever. I know I'm the source of it all. Without me, they have no chance to exist.
Without
Right?
me, the constant being, even this fluctuation, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So the more I see this fluctuation, the more intoxication I have in my stability, the constant uh, that I have more and more niche that I am the changeless, the constant being, and I am with Baba enjoying these even the fluctuation of the mind and be detached.
I'm not even dependent on the fluctuation to be more happy. I am just stillness, which is uninfluenced by whether it's a peaceful day in the mind or whether it's a
Hmm.
disturbed day in the mind. Nothing can add to my happiness or
Yes.
subtract from my happiness, right? Yeah. So that's why Baba is saying, as soon as they see you, they should become happy. This is why you need to constantly have a happy face. Now, not externally happy face. One who's not disturbed by the mind will find others will also experience their own perfect form and being able to be detached from the disturbance of their mind. Yeah, that is what will happen. And one can see and experiment with it. Like whenever you're with or around anybody or in your mind also, you're around them, you see the disturbance of your mind with their part that's playing. And you may see there's certain fluctuation. And fluctuation doesn't mean that your mind is necessarily criticizing anybody's part. It is just seeing them as a person. That is it. Yeah. And you, the being, is very aware that your mind is seeing them as a person and trying to make that moving doll look real. That is all. You're aware of that. And when you're aware of that, that subtle fluctuation of the mind is also not influencing you. Automatically, what is the other person seeing? Because you're combined with Baba, what is the other person seeing? What is the other soul seeing, rather, behind that person?
So other souls are seeing no impact of jet lag and no impact of things being stolen away and no impact of meeting someone who was
Mhm.
affected and not getting affected and just enjoying fluctuation less and flawless and very, very bold. I will say it's that way. I can relate.
Yeah. They will see their own truth, right? Their own beauty. And they will
Their own
also have
stability.
their own stability. And they will be able to detach from the fluctuations of their own mind. This is how you bring happiness in the world. By just being happy, happiness that you are. It's so simple, Baba has made you just don't need to do anything, just be who you are. That's it. I don't want any more cooperation from you. When you try to do more, that's when you bungle up everything.
That's what Baba
Just,
said. Just be happy.
yeah, just be the happiness that you are. Forget everything else. I'll take care of everything else. Yeah. And just don't
Just like
associate.
yes,
Sorry?
just like yesterday in class, first connection, then correction, right?
Exactly. First connect with Baba. And then there is automatically, you are not mixing with your mind. So automatically, other soul will also not mix with their mind. Because that's the vibrations in the atmosphere of detachment.
Like
Yes.
sister here this morning was reading the Murli in Hindi, and the brother soul comes in, and he happens to see the paragraph which said, certain double foreigners, you know, and then he had certain comments about the authenticity of the stuff written. And it was a perfect time to practice detachment, because just before that I had read the detachment point, just seeing it as a detached observer of what was happening. It was the mind wanted to give more justification and proving. Did speak the sentence, Baba has spoken that, but he said, your Baba is speaking English. You're so whatever it was, there was just separation of that soul is just playing this fake part. Not even real, is not relevant, whatever those words are being spoken. It has no ground, it has no foundation, there's nothing whatsoever. It's all lovely. No need to justify, prove, do anything. And it was such in this, it was just feeling nothing. Could see the mind, seeing him so real, his expressions, his emotions so real, and with how much, and you know, feelings he was saying and or trying to convince, you know, and but it was just seen as so lightly, with so much lightness. And so it was just a perfect opportunity, because it was reading the Murli and there it came.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Devashri?
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
अभी भी कुछ बोलने से पहले भी लगता है कि आवाज में आने में के लिए भी लगता है क्यों आए, ऐसे लगता है। तो फिर भी क्योंकि एक्चुअली फरिश्ता का महफिल है तो एक्सपीरियंस एक शेयर करना चाहते हैं। जैसे कल गए थे रामकृष्ण मिशन, कोई होता है इंडियन आया है, तो जाने का बिल्कुल मन नहीं था, तो लेकिन बाबा के साथ थे तो बाबा का आप क्यों संकल्प करते हो जाना ना जाना, जहाँ ले जाए बच्चे जाओ। तो जब निसंकल्प आत्मा बाबा के संकल्प के साथ जा रहे थे तो बाबा के साथ बात करते करते जा रहे, किस लिए जा रहे बाबा, क्या सेवा आप बताइए, कुछ जाना है क्या, कोई जाना तो नहीं है कुछ। बस बाबा चुप थे। फिर ऐसे ही अचानक रास्ते में दिखाई दिया, साइकिल के ऊपर एक बच्चे, छोटा सा बच्चा 3.5 साल के बेबी का रोल प्ले कर रहे, और उसको नींद आ रहे थे बहुत, झटका ले रहे, मतलब ऐसे कुछ गिरने वाले है ऐसे, और उसके पिता सब्जी ले रहे थे। तो रास्ते में जैसे दिखाई दिया तो एकदम से मन चलने लगा, गेट खोल के बाहर जाके बोले इसको गोदी में ले ले, नहीं तो गिर जाएगा ऐसे, है। मतलब बहुत कुछ मन चलने लगा। और गाड़ी तो चल रहा है तो मतलब रुका नहीं है, तो बोलने का चांसेस तो है नहीं, लेकिन मन और बोलने लगी बहुत कुछ। हो सकता है गिर गए होंगे, पता नहीं चोट लग गया होगा, है, क्या कल्याण किया मैंने, है, और ज्यादा पाप हो गया, देख लिया, है ना, देखना तो ज्यादा अच्छा होता है। ऐसे ऐसे मन बोल रहे हैं। सत्य स्वरूप में मैं बाबा के साथ, बाबा मुझे दिखा रहे, बच्ची सत्य स्वरूप को दिखाई दे रहा है, बच्चे का तो कुछ नहीं हुआ। हम्म, एक एक काठपुतली का शो चल रहा है, अगर चोट लग भी गया, है, तो वो भी उसका ताकत आएगा, वो खुलेगा, उसका पापा जो रोल प्ले करे वो भी जागृत हो जाएंगे, अलर्ट हो जाएगा, है ना। कोई बोलेंगे तो हो सकता है उसको खराब लगे। ऐसे ऐसे करके बाबा ने सत्य को ही दिखाया। तो जो गिल कॉन्शियस वाला जो फीलिंग्स मन में आ रहा था वो अलग हो गया। और मैं स्वयं जो सत्य स्वरूप में बैठी थी ना, एकदम हलचल नहीं आई। तो पहले क्या होता था, कोई भी सिचुएशन आता था जैसे लगता है कैसे चुप बैठे, किसी का चोट लग जाए, किसी को ज्ञान देना, किसी को समझाना है, कुछ तो किस लिए है ये शरीर, कुछ तो किसी को समझाओ, मतलब दुख ना हो। बाबा कह रहे दुखी कोई है ही नहीं, तुम सुख स्वरूप को देख। फिर जब हम वहीं पे पहुंचे, वहीं पे जैसे मेडिटेशन हो रहा था, जैसे कुछ गीत हो रहा था, तो उसके अंदर भी अपनी स्टिलनेस को दिखाई दे रहा था। आवाज है, आवाज होते हुए भी मैं आवाज नहीं हूँ जो इसको देख पा रही। तो बाबा हर पल अपने सत्य स्वरूप को दिखाना चाहते हैं। ये नहीं साइलेंस में ही तुम स्वयं को देखो, आवाज होते हुए भी तुम साइलेंस में हो, इसका महसूस तो अभी ही हो सकता है। और हर एक के सत्य स्वरूप को बाबा दिखा रहे थे। तो ऐसा लग रहा है, हाँ, अंत मति सो गति जो वो कहते हैं, अब ये वो समय आ गया है। बाहर जितना भी क्षार क्यों ना फ्लक्चुएट हो, हर एक आत्मा स्टिल बैठे हैं और सुरक्षित है, ये बाबा दिखा रहे।
Hmm. Hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Every soul is forever safe, and doesn't matter how dynamic the tree may be, constantly changing, shifting seasons, but nothing is ever happening to the being. Nothing. Yeah, very nice. So Baba is saying, this is why you need to constantly have a happy face and be an image of happiness, because the happiness in someone's mind is clearly revealed on the face. Even if a wandering, distressed soul who is experiencing sorrow comes in front of you, even if he considers it impossible to be happy, as soon as he comes in front of you, your image, your attitude, and your vision should transform that soul. Today, people spend so much money in order to make their minds happy, and so many new facilities are created for their entertainment. This is another very subtle belief system we carry, which manifests in the outside world, that we all know that no matter how much we gather outside, there's always desire for more and always trying to find happiness. Okay, it's like a child who gets a toy is experiencing a lot of happiness, right? It's a $5 toy, let's say, right? And then the same child, when grows up, gets a big $1 million house and feels still that same happiness which he got from that toy. There's no difference in that happiness, really, if you see. It is just that it was outward focused. Something outside is giving me that happiness, right?
Even then, there is emptiness.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much they accumulate or piling up, there's still emptiness.
Yeah.
We're still seeking for more.
Yeah. So it is like we are seeking happiness by accumulating something. We do the same on spiritual path. If I can be a little bit more like this, then I can be happier. If this sanskara finishes, then I will be perfect. True? This is the same thing that comes with us on this path also.
Sister, does it mean we are the manifestors then? Everything outside also?
Because I, the being, am discontented with this moment of my experience right now, it is manifesting in some other way, in others, in a more gross way.
Baba said in last week's Murli, you have to be content with yourself.
Yeah.
Then Baba
Yeah.
has to be content with you. You have to get 3 certificates, right? One from you, one from Baba, and one from the relations.
Yeah.
So our
So-
discontentment causes discontentment in others outside too.
And their manifests in a more gross way, but ours is a subtle way, which in a way is spreading those vibrations out there.
So that's
True.
how Baba says responsibility is on us. That's how we are going to become lawmakers. In Avyakt
Exactly.
Murli, Baba has predicted this. You are the lawmakers.
Exactly.
So, okay. Very well understood. Very well understood.
So I am the lawmaker. Am I contented with all the sanskaras of the storified mind within me? Am I happy?
Content with my part, with my drama within the mind and
And
outside.
part is what? Part is sanskaras, part is thoughts, part is emotions, part is feelings. That's what it is made up of. Am I contented? Because if I'm if I, the being, am identified with a particular sanskar, and then I want to really get rid of it to feel perfect, you understand you are the lawmaker of that discontentment in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But when a contented soul parallelly see the discontented mind, then we are the lawmakers, right? We are observing our that contentment, the discontented mind, the thought of the discontentment. When soul is observing, then in that time we are the lawmaker, right?
Even
When we
when the law is still not the right way, we are still creating more Kali-yuga, or we are creating more Satyuga, right? We are lawmakers.
if we identified, then we are not. We are in the creating the manifesting outside, and the other souls getting those vibration, and in a gross form is getting manifested too. But when the soul sees and doesn't get identified and still be detached from that, then we are the lawmaker. That when we see it but don't get identified, doesn't come out
No, we are the
doesn't get.
creators of Kali-yuga, and we are the creators of Satyuga, both. We are the
Right.
creators.
Right. We are the one who in the downward trend.
Yeah, it's just if we are influenced with the discontentment, we get identified, then we are creator of Kalyug. But if we not, we
And we are
then we are
creators.
creator of Satyug. So
Satyug.
anyhow,
So laws of
anyways,
Laws of
oh,
Kali-yuga are also created by us, and laws of Satyuga will
okay,
also.
okay. Now this point is more clear that okay.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah, either way, we are the creators,
lawmaker.
Because
co-creators.
it's when the first so we went into corporate, that's when we got down from our truth. We were
Yeah.
the ones who started the downward, the trend,
Yeah.
which was supposed to happen.
was supposed to
It was
be there. It was
supposed
stripped
to
out, and it's
happen.
fine. So we don't
Right.
regret it. I don't have any regret, zero regret
Right.
for it. It had to
Right.
be that way. So it was perfect drum.
Right.
So, Sister Rini, now I have, in wider way, now I have choice being combined with Baba. I shine light either on cloud or on rain or on sunshine. It's with me. And that's
Yeah.
how it's all created outside. You? Yes?
Yes. And I'm not despising the cloud. I'm nothing against the cloud. Poor cloud. Why am I calling it ugly? It's not ugly.
I
It's
love
just,
clouds. I love at times actually
yeah.
clouds.
Yeah. See, they have so many different shapes. Bahurupi Maya. There's so many different shapes and forms. So what? It's okay. That's the nature of it. That's how it's supposed to be. What's wrong with it? Anything wrong with the different shapes? Sometimes it looks like a bear, and sometimes it looks like a lion. But it's lifeless. Lifeless. So no weather is ugly, outside or inside. It's all good, all fantastic.
So, sister,
Just,
in Sunday's Murli Baba said, just do one thing. Even if you are unable to become sakshi, detached, just do one thing. Baba was kind of, so
yes,
innocently pleading, ki you be happy. So, what is your understanding on this? Ki be happy and reflect it through your face and always happy. So, can you
yeah.
please elaborate on it a little more?
Baba said, just do one practice, Sakshi Drishta. Be the detached observer. Otherwise, your mind and intellect gets tired with so many different practices, right? Just do one thing. And in that, you realize that the soul, that is the detached observer, actually is living. See, if you, the being, is not aware of your truth or you're sleeping, then there's someone in the mind who's trying to be a detached observer, right? And that someone in the mind who's trying to be a detached observer is always worried. Which thought is coming from ego? Okay, which thought is coming from Baba? How do I know? That constant confusion is there because that itself is a product of confused thought. That idea of self-image, which is in the mind, is the product of confused thought. And that one is trying to be a detached observer. So it's a one thought detaching from this thought, then this thought detaching from this thought. Can there be clarity? To some extent, there can be, because you have come further back to at least fewer thoughts. So there's some sort of clarity, some semblance of clarity, but not complete clarity. So to get complete clarity, you need to know your original eternal positioning itself is of being a detached observer. There's not a single thought, not a single sanskar, not a single feeling, not a single emotion that can define you. So as a life of a detached observer is that of self-observation. Means observation of not the self, observation of the mind only, observing, knowing that I am not changing, but everything else within me is a constant change that is happening. Right? So changeless self and the changeful aspect of the mind, body, and the circumstances. I'm aware of all three layers with Baba, knowing that nothing about me ever changes. From that space, being a detached observer, confusion is also seen. Doubt is also seen. Heaviness, lightness, happiness, conditional happiness, everything is seen. But you are in your constant state of happiness. And then there will be another thought, but I am not feeling constant happiness. How can I be constantly happy? And you can see that one also. You wear no mask. You're naked. Right? And that is why any thought that can come up, give me thoughts that you get caught up in. Give me some examples of those thoughts which you get caught up in.
Like throat is always fluctuation with the weather. Throat is always up and down. Right now also, this is kind
Yeah.
of, yeah, pollution is there.
Yeah, there's so much pollution outside in Delhi that my throat is always hurting. Now, these are just some thoughts about this dream character having a thought about what it's believing itself to be as an idea of being the body, and body being the condition to be happy. Certain condition of the body is needed to be happy, right? Or certain condition of the mind is needed to be happy. That's okay. Can you observe all of these conditions that the mind needs to be happy by the soul that you are? Do you, the soul, have a throat?
No, no.
No.
So,
So who?
even if I'm, little attracted to go to the park with a small kid for 1 hour or 2 hours, that is also I can see as detached observer. That gives
Yeah,
me
beautiful.
happiness. Yeah,
Beautiful. So there's another narrative that is created after body being not so well. Now
yeah.
I cannot go out with my grandson to take him to the park because of my body. See how the narrative keeps adding
No,
one
no,
up.
no, sister. No, no. I say when it is so, then I prefer to, and I spend a lot of time in park. I'm saying that. So that gives
But
me happiness. That was this thing. That gives me happiness.
so
So
then
this
in
is
that case, you're going out to get some happiness by spending time with the grand.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Because house is
Either,
full of pollution. Yes. That was,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the
either which way.
source of happiness is external
Source of
factor.
happiness is still something beyond, which is actually an experience within the soul. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes when body did not accept happens, and then happens, and keep comes and bother. Maybe some words are missing. I don't know. I couldn't quite understand what was written.
But sister, taking Sister
Om
Anshu's
Shanti Didi.
example, is it okay?
Sorry. Uh, I was writing. Sorry, Didi. I was saying
Okay.
something. He was asking the thought. Sometimes when you didn't expect and something happened, things also bother again and again.
Yeah. Oh, I expected today to reach office in time and I had a tire puncture. Yes.
Didi, our center में what happened is there is this after Murli class this group discussion goes on, वो एक पैराग्राफ होता है उसके बाद आज की मुरली जैसे कि साक्षी दृष्टा पे है but we all were discussing and sharing what the understanding is everyone has. So there were two souls part कि वो है साक्षी दृष्टा की ये मुरली और उस पे कि वो हम कॉन्स्टेंटली वो कैसे अनुभव करें राइट ऐसा क्या प्रैक्टिस हो या क्या हो वो सब हम कर रहे हैं दो तीन सोल्स का पार्ट था एंड एट द एंड दे मेंशन्ड कि ये प्रैक्टिस करो मेरे चारों ओर ओरा है ये है सो दिस वन लाइक एज एज यू वर जस्ट मेंशनिंग कि ऐसे माइंड ज्यादा टायरिंग होता है साक्षी दृष्टा में यू जस्ट simply observer you don't have to do many practices so this one had the same thought साक्षी दृष्टा पे द स्पिरिचुअल माइंड वाज लाइक वो चीख रहा था अंदर अंदर से कि अब इनको कौन समझाए कि साक्षी दृष्टा पे है, और फिर एंड में वो 4-5 पॉइंट्स वो ही दे रहे हैं कि ये ऐसे करो, विजुलाइज करो कि यू आर कैरिंग, यू आर अंडर दिस प्रोटेक्शन, और वो पूरा वाइब्रेशंस जा रही हैं, यू आर बाबा इज लाइक अ सन पोरिंग द लाइट, ये प्रैक्टिसेस करो कर्म योगा में। तो इट वाज लाइक कंप्लीटली अपोजिट कि क्या हो रहा है और वो माइंड क्या बोल रहा है। दिस वन वाज विद बाबा। बाबा देखो ये माइंड कैसे इसको ये लगता है कि आई एम माइंड, वही कि ना वन
I
थॉट
am
इज
better. I
हाँ
am better. I know
माइंड को
more.
एक
Mhm.
एक थॉट को लग रहा है दूसरा थॉट गलत है, और माइंड में ये फाइटिंग बहुत चलती है, स्पेशली एट द सेंटर, व्हेन स्पेशली इन दिस ग्रुप डिस्कशन की हो रहा है, सब शेयर कर रहे हैं, बट नो दे वांट टू, बिकॉज दोस सोल्स पार्ट इज लाइक दैट टू गाइड अदर्स, कि ऐसे ऐसा करो तो ये कर्म योग में हेल्पफुल होगा, राइट? बट पीछे से माया माइंड बोलता है कि डिस्कशन क्या हुआ है, एंड में वो कर वही प्रैक्टिस रहे हैं जिसमें माइंड टायर हो रहा है, वो तो करना ही नहीं है। तो ये माया माइंड बहुत ज्यादा बोलता है सेंटर पे। स्टिल अभी काफी हद तक वो दिख जाता है, बट कहीं ना कहीं यू नो दिख ही रहा होता है, बट फिर बोलते हैं कि फिर बाबा के साथ दिख भी रहा होता है, दो सोल्स पार्ट इज जस्ट, वो मेरे लिए ब्लेसिंग है यही देखने के लिए, यही तो हम सेंटर जा रहे हैं, यही तो चेकिंग हो रही है कि ये ईगो माइंड अभी तक कब कहाँ तक एक्टिव है, और कितना आई एम डिटैच फ्रॉम ऑल दीज थॉट्स की सबका पार्ट है, एंड
Accurate भी है.
एक्यूरेट है।
Yes, Sangeera.
Same thing. This one was also watching like mind saying my practice is right. You know, those were coming in mind, and also when talking in group discussion, there is a background in mind saying, "Oh, this one is like this one is like that," and today this one said, "Will not talk until that comes from that point. I will not. I will just listen, and then." I will not talk until it comes from within, because even last week there was discussion, but then without detached, without being with Baba, if I talk, then it doesn't it
Yeah.
doesn't make any
Not coming from a pure
impact.
place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes,
Then the
because
ego is
there is
speaking.
judgment. Yes, judgment coming, and yeah, ego speaking. Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I was. And this one was same with Git the other group, and I could hear, and then oh, they are so loud. Mind is saying,
The part is blessing for us.
Yeah.
This one could
yes,
see.
yes, yes.
And one thing that really it's not like we don't speak, but very important aspect is to know that naked souls, all souls in their naked form, with no commentary, no words, no language, no body, no thoughts attached to them, they are all knowing what God knows. And they're all actually focused on Baba.
Mhm.
Now, from that space, totally accepting 100%, whatever they are offering is perfect. Up until now, also, it's absolutely right and perfect. Now, Baba, can you help them also give another option of another perspective? They may take it, they may not take it. And that is also absolutely fine. But there is a possibility to offer another perspective. Now, they may say it's all wrong and we don't agree with it. That's fine too. But you just offered another perspective. That's all.
Mm.
Not, oh, you're wrong. Wait, let me tell you something that is right. No, or not even keeping quiet,
Yes,
but
yes.
really coming from that space of really knowing it is right. There's nothing wrong with the aura around and whatever is being said. Nothing wrong with it. It is just right for them in this moment.
Moment, yes.
Yeah.
This one, yeah, with Baba shared, and everyone, well, after that was sharing, but it seems like Baba is talking, Baba is talking, not the soul under the influence talking, didn't feel that time. But yeah, later at the end, when those points were, mentioned to apply throughout the day to, be in that constant stage, that was quite different what the discussion, all the souls discussed. So yeah, with Baba, everyone understand even this perspective. This one, I
Yeah.
saw that.
We do have to offer a perspective which we feel is right for us, may not be right for them, but you don't shy away from sharing your perspective either. That is helping you, the soul. But it's just another thing. They may take it, they may not take it. That is not, it's quite irrelevant actually.
But
Ego can make you stay quiet also, and
yeah.
ego can make you speak out of ego also. Yeah. But we are doing
So
neither.
how ego can make you stay quiet also?
Yeah, ego is staying quiet because it's better not to speak. They will not understand.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes this perspective needs a little bit longer time. We have little bit more time required. Just
And I
something
don't care
yeah,
if they
it
don't make
works.
it. I don't care. I'm very happy with this. Let them do whatever they want to do. This is all that backlog of all
Yes.
these feelings that is there. But just make that is why attention can only be on the self that you are. Only be on the self that you are. And from that pure place, with zero expectations, because in that pure place, there can be no expectations, there can be no right or wrong, there can be just another option. That is all there can. Yes, Pooja?
I had this question. You like if you said you can share your perspective but what if mind is speaking and then it comes out from there? Isn't it better to be silent rather than because there is
If,
judgment?
yeah, if judgment is there, that's okay. But if judgment is feeling like me and mine and I, then stay quiet and come only from that pure place. Yes.
Yeah, that
Judgment is not a problem. That is the nature of the mind. It can come. That cloud will come. But I'm not saying the cloud is ugly. It is just not mine. So I speak from that space of pure fact that firstly, I feel gratitude for their part. I feel gratitude for their sharings. I feel total respect for whatever they are saying. It is absolutely has worked for them up until now. And I'm also wanting to share another perspective, which may be right for me and may not be right for them. We don't know. But as they are sharing, so am I also sharing. And both perspectives are on the platter for each one to take whatever they need to take.
yeah. Yeah, so just to be sure that it has to come from that pure
Yeah. Yeah.
state. If there is association with that ego, then what
Exactly.
comes up?
Yeah. The first disassociate from, don't be judgmental about the judgment in your mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way.
Because sometimes it feels like, okay, when it's quiet, then I will speak. Why? I mean, then we should speak instead of the
Yeah.
mind judging, then that's not right because it's
Yeah.
already judged that this mind is not right.
So see,
And
when
then,
we are saying mind is not right, judgment is not right, I'm already part of that judgment, right? I've already become that judgment. The moment I see the judgment in my mind as not being right, I have already become that judgment. Yeah. It's just the nature, Tamo Pradhan nature of the mind presenting itself in front of the Sato Pradhan soul. That is all it is, passing energy.
Mm. Mhm.
And more you will pay attention to that, you will see that you will start to become disassociated with your tamopradhan nature of your thoughts and feelings. And you will find that what is you feeling true is Baba's nature is yours. And you will come from a lot of love and a lot of a very pure place of, you're not wrong, my brother soul. It's helped you and it's continuing to help you.
Good
This is
wishes.
what helps me, so I'm sharing that. That's
And
all.
also, I, like as a detached observer, I also came from saying, right? And then now this new perspective I'm understanding. But before that, that is also was my path. I came
Yeah,
from them, like from,
exactly.
like,
It
so,
was right
yeah,
for you at that time, no?
in that time, yes, yes. Mm.
So it's right for them at this time. That is right for them. There's nothing
Mhm.
wrong in the
So,
word
sister,
Mhm.
wrong.
we need to present it with humility, like Brahmari. So we don't have to stop buzzing, but with the humility and like Sister Angira, by her point, like we can tell that also we had been doing the same, but with the God's grace or Baba's new understanding I got, I'm experimenting with it. Can it be also applied by all of you like that with humility and humble suggestion? So
Yeah, and like
Brahmari had,
we
yeah,
could
yeah.
even say that this perspective worked for me and I would like to share. Yeah, that's
With
it.
the
Yeah, and
conviction. Okay, okay,
having no
okay.
expectation from
No
others.
expectation that it's
No
better, mine is better
expectation.
than yours. No.
Yeah. Not even no expectation, just saying it with that
Maybe
detachment. No.
passion. That's okay. That's okay.
Mhm.
Then your happiness is not conditioned. You'll be happy forever. And you're not just living in some cage or a cave, not speaking to anybody, but just keeping quiet. No, you're sharing with everyone, right? Like I know
Mhm.
this one sister was suffering its own mind. And I would visit her and I would see that soul suffering its mind. But then the first thing Baba and I would have, this is so right for this moment at this time, this experience for this soul. And there is then another perspective. And then I would keep buzzing, keep buzzing. Gyan. But not, oh, you should take Gyan because you need to be fixed. No, not with that
Mhm.
attitude. No.
And that thing also came that we talked yesterday in class. The souls, they already pure, they already know,
Yeah.
right? Already,
Even,
they, all the souls, even, yeah,
exactly. We just
even,
remind them what they already know.
yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just if everybody's playing just a part, just a role, a skit, then there's nothing true about even their part, whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. But you know, when it is intimate to this person identity relationships,
Yeah.
then you need to pay extra attention.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then it can be taken lightly, then this
You don't even
ego
realize when
agitation,
your ego mind gets involved in
Yeah.
it.
right? And
Mhm.
taking it like real. Mhm.
And that is why it's important to step back, pay attention. Don't take tension. Baba's tension. You pay attention. Yeah. Let Baba take all the tension.
Sister, you become so poetic, rhythmatic right now.
Baba's words.
Sister, I feel like, Sister Pooja was saying, so yeah, there is a validity in that. Like, we need to be very, very purest kind of a well wisher, first of all.
Yeah.
And I'm chasing change in you, sister, in 20 days. Earlier, you used to tell us, be just quiet, just be quiet. And now I'm saying in 20 days, what you are telling, I don't know. Maybe others could also tell.
It
You're
depends
telling us to
on
buzz it
context.
out all the time. Yes, you telling us, now start buzzing it out. It's okay. Now enough. You had been in your that
Be
silence.
quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, be quiet to who? Who's trying to change others. Then be quiet. Even today, I will say the same.
All right. All right.
When you're trying to change others, don't speak.
Because in the centers, no, used to say, be just quiet, be detached observer, come back and be a good wisher and promote those good energies you have, and that's it. And now
Yeah.
you're prompting us, Baba is telling us, start buzzing it out, whatever you have,
Yeah, you
experienced
buzz it,
enough.
but
Yeah,
buzz from the place of purity, from the
exactly.
place
Yeah,
of
Mhm.
total
purest.
acts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. All right.
Yeah. But if that is not happening in that moment, then just stay quiet.
Just buzz without any expectation, right?
Yeah, it's not like, oh, I'm so smart. I'm telling you something that you don't know.
Hmm.
Not at all. Not at all, sister. Not at all. And like Geet sister was saying, na, yes, at times that ego mind somewhere, it tries to say a little loudly out, look,
Mhm.
if you could do this, but we need to really check it out. It is coming from the purest consciousness, or some maybe I'm better, I know little better now. Really, we
Yeah,
need to check it out.
yeah, that
Exactly.
has to be checked. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
we are already there. We all are sitting with Baba. From that space, we are just playing this part. If in that kind of awareness, with Baba, if you something comes out, you just say it. Otherwise, if it's not that much clear, then you just keep quiet, right? Otherwise, you just say that this is my brother's soul. There is nothing to change, but this one is just has this understanding of sharing, right?
yeah. It is just like as somebody said, it worked for
Mm.
me and I would like to share. That's it.
So
Yes.
simple. No
So
need to
simple.
show compassion. No need to show compassion. And now the script role is also, it's helping us a lot. It's their script, and no need to be more compassionate, but it's their script. But why not brother soul with the purest consciousness? If we can share it out, it's very well.
Yeah. And true compassion is knowing that they already know. You're not telling them something new.
Mm.
You're just reminding them of what they already know.
Sister,
Everybody
clear
knows.
it out. Clear
Every
it out
soul
little.
is a function of
Oh,
knowledge, no?
okay.
Every soul
Mhm.
knows that soul is a soul.
Mhm.
No one that doesn't know that the soul is a soul.
Even
Mhm.
non-BK? Sister, even
Even
non-BK?
Yes,
even
yes,
non-BK.
yes.
Yeah,
Perfect, perfect.
yeah, yeah. Every soul knows it's a soul.
And all this Murli, everything is pointing towards
Yeah.
our truth, right? Everything is there to
Murli
point
is
to
just a
it.
point. Murli is not anything else other than a pointer towards your truth.
Mhm.
And
If
Baba
you take
says he loves
anything more
all the
than that,
children.
Murli itself will become a religion otherwise.
Then,
If
And
you
Baba
take it
also says he loves all children equally. He has love for
absolutely
all children.
equally.
जिनका बाबा के साथ पार्ट नहीं भी है उनको भी इक्वली बाबा doesn't prioritize, but
Because this is all fiction in our mind, no? Geet, Meeru, Renu, Pooja, Angira, they're all fiction for Baba.
mhm.
And it could be some Tina, Meena, Gina outside. They're also all fictional characters for Baba. Whether in Gyan, not in Gyan. For Baba, all are lovely, loving, beautiful souls, living lights. Some have awakened and some have not awakened. That's the only difference. Some are still believing themselves to be part of their dream, believing themselves to be Tina in the dream. That's all. But the mother's love is the same. And he also knows that their time is fixed also when they will wake up. So
Mhm.
Baba
he
says
knows that
everybody will wake up. Everybody will wake up
everybody has
at
to
the end.
wake up, but in their own time,
Mhm.
according to their part.
कल ऐसा हुआ मेरे साथ कल yesterday my son-in-law
my daughter-in-law and my son, they were all talking, and they were all talking about financial matter, the ye kharcha, wo kharcha, and uh, some for some time I was caught up with those thoughts. But then उसके बाद मुझे लगा कि ये तो पर्सन आइडेंटिटी है ना, ये इसको पकड़ने की कोशिश कर रहा है। तो बाबा ने आज ही मुरली में कहा है कि ये जो है ना, ये जो मन की बातें हैं, ये मरी हुई चींटी की तरह है, डेड डेड है, मैं इसको क्यों पकड़ रही हूँ यार, बातें कुछ नहीं है, आई एम सोल एंड आई मतलब डिटैच हो गई उन थॉट के साथ। थॉट से डिटैच जैसे ही हुई कि ये यूजलेस फेक है, इल्यूशन है, जैसे इन बातों के साथ मैं आई एम सोल बाबा के साथ अटैच हूँ, बाबा इसको कैसे देख रहे हैं, जैसे ही मैंने ये बाबा ने ही करवाया, वो लाइट शाइन किया तो एवरीथिंग वैनिश्ड, एकदम ये हो गई। नहीं तो कभी पकड़ के बैठ जाओ तो कितनी देर तक ये these thoughts keep on coming going and one after another thought एक ट्रेन ही बच जाती है। तो इतना थैंक्स निकला कि बाबा सच में यू आर ऑलवेज विद मी, जो कि मुझे कंबाइंड, मैं कैसे कंबाइंड हूँ, ये दिस वाज ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू बी इन माय माइंड, बट देन बाबा कैसे पॉइंट करके बता रहे, मैं हूँ ही तेरे साथ, आई एम ऑलवेज देयर। थैंक
That's
यू।
what has separated the soul from God is language, is words, right? And it's all dead ant, it's all dead matter, not matter, but dead ant, dead illusion.
Yes.
So Baba is saying these facilities are temporary, whereas you are making true spiritual endeavor for all time. So let your spiritual endeavor transform those souls. So your spiritual endeavor will transform other souls. They may have distress, high, when they come to you, but they should be singing wah wah when they leave. Wah wah for their own inner drama also. Right? Wah wah. Oh, feeling of fear. Wah wah. Why? Feeling of happiness, which is temporary. Wah wah. Wah, inner drama. Wah. Feeling of greed, feeling of jealousy. Wow. All these experiences I can only see with detachment at this time and confluence age with Baba. Wow, wow. Throughout the cycle, I was being them. Now I'm being me, right? Observing them. So, wah, inner drama, wah, Baba, wah, me. This is our greatest fortune. So, Baba is saying that do you have the fortune of khush naseeb or not? You are not incomplete in this, are you? Do you have the fortune of khush naseeb or not? You are those who have the fortune of happiness. No other souls throughout the entire cycle have the fortune of happiness that you have, child. Is there anyone else? You have to give others the experience of such great intoxication through your face and behavior. Are you able to do this? Or are you already doing this? So, when you're living with this fortune, others get motivated to experiment with knowledge. Yeah. So this one saw like soul behind Bhabi, which is a brother's wife. And, we communicate and then they ask, how would you apply knowledge in this? You know how they ask, everybody asks, how do you apply knowledge? So then what one has found is not giving them straightforward raw gyan, but helping them to see how to apply in life and experiment with it. Really works. So asked her that there's nothing that you can lose in experimenting with it. So see the other person, that soul's part is um, um, she's working on some organization for charitable funds, right? And then she's the chairperson for that organization in that Ahmedabad chapter. And then there's another person she's working with very closely. And for some reason, she had to say no because it was not practically feasible. So then the other person really took umbrage, they felt insulted. So I said, okay, fine. They felt insulted and you're feeling, how could they feel like that? I was right, whatever it may be. Accept whatever you're feeling right now and accept whatever they're feeling is also right for them. May not be right for you right now, but it's right for them. Can we do this much first? So she did that. Then when there was an acceptance of one's own feelings, an acceptance of rejection of their feelings also, then she was willing to listen. And then then this soul spoke to that soul, how about you experiment with, you bring a little bit of change in your feeling. What do you feel most comfortable with? Would you feel comfortable with that soul feeling unhappy with your part or feeling happy with your part? What would you be comfortable with? And of course, every soul in general will say, of course I want, but I'm not going to do anything for it. You know how it is? But of course, who wants to have anyone be unhappy with your part? Nobody. So I said, okay. So we sat down and we spoke for 1 hour, not straight gyan, but very much like a medicine को चबा चबा के देते हो ना, ताकि उसको कड़वी नहीं लगे. Huh? And then she applied that gyan. And of course, when the gyan is applied accurately, result is bound to come. It took 2 days in her case, it came. And she was so happy. She said, it works. I said, yes, it works. It works. If it is done accurately, it works. So चबा चबा के देना होता है. Practically जो वो apply कर सके उसको life में. Raw ज्ञान सुनाने नहीं बैठ जाना. You're using Gyan and you're using Baba and you're helping them connect with Baba. And then you tell them, now you see, you are a soul. You now have realized it. Now, if you connect with Supreme and then can you imagine your power? Now try this.
You gave her what she needed at that point. Pulse, but not, oh, I'm a supreme soul and I'm
Yeah, I'm a soul, you're a supreme soul, and there's a drama. They will not understand that at that time. How can you even expect? So चबा चबा के फिर एकदम सॉफ्ट करके उसको खिलाओ. You know, 5 साल के बच्चे को टॉय ही चाहिए. 1 मिलियन का घर दे दोगे ना, उसको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. तो टॉय से खुश है, तो पहले टॉय से खेलना सिखाओ. Teach them how to play with a toy, and then they will be ready for a Paramdham house also. But first teach them that this knowledge as a toy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but then again, giving that from pure place, not to
Pure place. Not trying to change, but help them see their potential.
Yeah, not to sometimes when it's your logic child and you want to give to change them so that it's helpful for this role, mother's role.
That is mixing. That is mixing, yeah.
So then that doesn't work ever.
But when they come for situations with situations, That is when you need to help them see how it can be in an applicable form. So that it's not coming across as you're thoping gyan on them. It's not like you're imposing gyan on them. But it's a practical tip you're giving them. And it works.
So there was one example, this one's Lockett came with a situation saying that this another friend, parent, who's also a friend from before, called and yelled at the Lockett child and wanted a reaction. That one yelled, and then how can you take it? And that yelling was not at all valid for any reason. Without any reason, it was blamed on him, and he was not ready to listen. He said, I said, okay, I can't, I mean, I don't know if I can do anything, but I was just listening, being a listening ear, and saying, okay, I'll just follow what you're saying. So told me to just cut off from them, that you're my mom, so cut off from them because they yelled at me, which was totally wrong. So at least don't talk to them. And was trying to give that this is not correct because, okay, whatever happened. So what can you do in that situation? Because that child is saying that I'm hurt because of this person, and that person knows you also, like a family friend actually. And it was very shocking for that him also, because he was zero blame actually. There was no fault of his, but that parent gets very obsessed about the own child, that starts blaming everybody else for everything without even understanding or seeing, which clearly is seen by this, not being biased, which I could feel that it's coming from pure mind. But then how do I help the situation and just go against him and say, okay, I'm going to talk to them, and that one doesn't want me to just even communicate with them right now. There is like, I don't want any communication happening. Then how do you?
Yeah, like one can say, firstly, the being that I am, I see that soul that is feeling that experience of hurt as myself, playing the role of a son. First, I stay combined with Baba and see that even that experience of that soul experiencing itself to be that hurt, which is just simply a reaction of the mind, it is also valid. It's okay to feel that way, right? There's nothing wrong with that soul identifying with the hurt feeling. True? First, validate their feelings, because that is the very first step, coming from that place of acceptance. And then one has seen, and it has happened in your case, it was shouting, and in this one's case, somebody infringed on the privacy of the soul's part, right? I mean, daughter part. So then this one sitting with Baba did show them the point of view of the other also. Yeah. That they may be under the influence of something. But see, the true nature of nobody is like that, no?
Showed the daughter that.
Showed the daughter the perspective of the other also, right? And then she said that you always taking the sides of the others, and you're never on my side, and you're always just thinking others are good, and I'm the only one who's not so good, on all of that speech and blah blah blah, right? So I don't understand that language, right? But I validate it by knowing that it is just identification with some sanskara that is coming up. It's just a sanskara speaking right now. It's not the true nature of the being. So it was like for 2-3 years like that, yeah. But this one did not stop. But I kept on making sure I do not get influenced by this soul's reactions. Yeah. And then after 3 years, I see that that soul today says that I now understand what you have been doing. So it may take some time for the fruit of your truth to come to fruition. But in those 3 years that you are going through, those reactions from them, this is your power and your opportunity to be in your state of your perfection and seeing their perfection beyond their sanskaras and beyond their reactions and staying steadfast on your truth that even the other soul is my child.
But
Just
then, yeah, but then the
cannot
son's
react.
role, like, if you talk to them, then you cannot talk to me. Don't
Yeah,
talk to
that's okay. That's okay. That doesn't matter. What is your state of being in that moment? Who do you really know yourself to be? Mother of this soul or mother of all the souls?
yeah, mother. I mean, I did, but then
And
what
yeah,
should I?
I mean, this one did show the perspective of the other, although this one did not buy into it immediately. But I did not seek or avoid. Does that make sense? If there was a reason to speak, one would speak. If there's no reason to speak, then there is, anyways, I don't speak to anybody without reason. Right?
Hmm.
But I'm not avoiding them just because somebody told me you should not speak. So I don't keep a distance from them because I don't speak because they don't want me to. This is a very, very complicated game then we get into. Then you get caught up in Maya completely.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now you are actually fueling their sanskara also in one way. So, I mean, there were a lot of backlash from the daughter side on this one also, and being very angry, always speaking rudely. That's okay, no? You have the power to love. Don't you? You have the power to love and stay in your happiness with Baba and be with that soul also in home with Baba. That's okay. And then she would also go in public and say, my mom just whatever, whatever. And it's like, okay, I know I'm love and that soul is love. And whenever the right time will come, this will reveal itself. The truth will reveal itself. I don't need to prove it.
Hmm.
So
Sister
both of
Rini, even to that extent, you said she used to howl, she used to yell, she used to cry. And you could
yeah,
see her baffled with tears, but you never ever,
yeah,
shifted
yeah,
back to get little melted or to see daughter in her. But you always saw her as a purest soul. The
yeah,
suffering was also good for her,
yeah.
that part. That's
That
what you
part
had been
was
telling
needed.
us. It never
Yeah,
impacted you or affected you in any way.
yeah. It needed to be that way. That soul has to go through that experience to realize its own zero state. Yeah. But because you are in the awareness of being that soul that you are, and you're seeing that soul every time comes to the mind or comes in front of your eyes, you're seeing that soul as Baba's child. It's perfect being. And also love between those two souls that is there in the home of light between them. That is all. That is your task and your responsibility. I don't even want to call it task. That is a truth you live.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because then that's soul's friend. It's the mother who made the mistake. The friend keeps texting this one and saying that I want to talk to because the chair friends since 1 year of age, since
Yeah.
childhood. But now
Yeah.
because the mother has yelled, so he doesn't want to talk. So then this one doesn't have
With
any
your
control.
right attitude and your right vision, things can come back into place. You have that power. Not with the intention to change the drama, but being in your truth, drama actually changes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just be.
Yeah. So, do you see that eternal love that exists between that soul playing the role of a mother and the soul playing the role of the son? There's absolute love, which will never change. Never. Doesn't matter how angry the part may be playing of this soul and that part of that soul. Who cares? There's no truth in it. There's no truth in it. And this is how we disperse happiness. We have to bear the brunt of it all. That's okay. That's fine. That's good. Good for you.
So even by being stopped by him, this is what I'm saying, because I do feel for that other
He did
soul.
not stop. He spoke his script. You acted upon your mind script, which was scared of making the sun angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
right
he did
now
not stop you.
he needed some time, and then because right now he doesn't want.
Yeah.
And
We have to even see this language. He does not want me, nahi. He's just speaking his script, and I am the one choosing to listen to that script as truth. Sit down with him. Sit down with him. Be with Baba. Show him your perspective also and validate his feelings. There's nothing wrong with his feelings, but also share your point of view and what you are comfortable with.
So again, the mind was playing this, that he's far away, not here.
Yeah.
And if I follow or do not follow, there'll be more hassles. And was
Yeah.
also stopped by the
See, this is
husband
how mind tries to think. I am maintaining peace by avoiding.
by
There
avoiding.
will be no peace.
He's far away, exams are going on, and he's saying, I don't
Exams
want
are
to be.
going on. I don't want to disturb him. What if it's disturbed? 3 years. Disturb, no disturb. Most important is the spiritual awakening. Who cares about worldly exams? I mean, I'm not saying don't care, of course. But what I'm saying is most important knowledge is, most
Yeah.
important study is the spiritual study. So after 3 years, I would say that that soul now has, from its own experiences with its own life situations, is coming to the same conclusion I am today in. Now I understand what you are doing, how you really feel. I'm glad you did not listen to me. I'm glad you did not listen to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So this is why Baba is saying you are those who have the fortune of happiness. So you have to give others the experience of such great intoxication through your face and behavior. Right? Are you able to do this, or are you already doing this? We'll put it full stop here. Yeah? So just be who you are. Don't worry about the retaliations and the reactions and the whatever your mind may create the fear about from the outside world. Don't believe your mind. And don't even believe what you're seeing with your eyes in the outside circumstances. Don't believe what you hear with your ears. There is no reality in it whatsoever. Reality is the eternal relationships that souls have with each other and that Baba and I have with each other. My vision is focused on Baba, which means what he sees, I see, and I only am totally influenced by him. In time, when it's right for others, they too will be diverted from their dream towards the one who's beyond the dream. That is Baba and I and their own eternal truth. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Di.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.